What is this one?
What is this? You bought it all?
Okay, this goes with this.
Oh, they have handles.
Oh, perfect.
Oh! Ah!
The first thing I read.
Do not place tools on top of battery.
Grab that very well.
Holy sh! No, nothing to it. Oh my god.
You missed.
Which side? My right, your left by half an inch.
Really?
Missed.
That was a half an inch!
The handles aren't as bad. 6 pounds feels like nothing. 6 pounds?
60. Aren't these 61 pounds?
Sure.
Look how skinny I look.
This heat shrink note is one of my favorite thank you notes because like she says her email, her name is Jenny, but then at the bottom she says yours sincerely Jenny with a different spelling, which is interesting. Thanks, Jenny. Gotta get all the little bristle things, and then there's 2 dies up here, which these are actually the incorrect ones, and then we just squeeze yank on that thing. It should be good. A crimped lug, and then I'll cut these little dudes off, heat shrink it.
Never put that on anything combustible when you're done with it.
Oh,
So help.
so much help. I'm so glad for this help. Okay, so the interesting thing with the batteries is you need to torque them down to a very specific amount of pressure. So I've bought this like $20 inch-pound torque wrench. You just get it set to the exact amount that your battery takes, and then it'll just stop twisting when you get to that point. Get as much grease cleaned off because it's been sitting out on the farm for so long here. I'm running all these in parallel, so it's just red to red to red to fuse to switch to distribution panel, and then it's black to black to black to distribution panel. Then just turn it, and then I'll kind of do this little pop thing right there. You can kind of tell. And then it's done. Boom. There we go. They're wired up. Let's go. Still, I mean, there's still exposed metal. Like, yeah, there's still exposed metal, Noodle. For a farm cat, like, it's ridiculous how cute Noodle is. That's the next one I was gonna do, you little sleepy dude. Did I? Maybe? Okay. Oh, so nice kitty. So we need That was cute. I guess it doesn't matter, like I could have it like this. Oh, this might even be easier. And then I guess we could run the output wire out and back that way. So that would go like that. Switch would be right here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's rock solid. And then this can totally be taken off and put back on, but this is probably the best spot for it, in between the inverter and the battery. Secure, that really isn't going anywhere. I'm actually surprised at that. All right, moment of truth. This actually could probably just go on like this. From the battery to the fuse to the switch to the hub, and then that's gonna be the distributing octopus. Wires are gonna come off that like crazy. On the 13.1, should be able to touch this and there should be nothing. One. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these shouldn't have anything. Switch off, positive, negative, nothing. Countersink one.
Wally, would you? It'll work for what it's doing for the time being. It's not like gonna fall off or anything. It works just fine.
Yeah,
I don't see what could go wrong.
Oh, much better.
Much gooder.
Nice. All right, this will be a great angle for when I cut my hand off. So, my inverter wire is 4/0 as well. So the terminal is actually too wide to fit in the fuse distribution panel. I'm gonna try to sand it down. That's the goal. The inverter wire was a little too big to fit in this fuse panel, and now look at that. Now it fits perfect. Okay, so I'm putting in the battery positive on the inverter, and I wanted to go over the inverter really quick because this is the part that doesn't really make much sense to me, or didn't make much sense for the longest time. So my inverter has an input and an output. Input is going to be charging in, so this is an inverter charger combo hooked up to basically an extension cord type of thing, and the output is going to go to my breaker on my in my van. Like, it's going to be in the living area of my van so I can actually access it. So this will go to a AC breaker, so that's why it has 3 wires now. There's a ground, but basically the battery goes in, and the battery positive and battery negative, and this goes into my distribution panel. So all my outlets are going to wire back to a breaker that will wire back to this, that will wire to the distribution panel, that will then go to the battery. So it's a little confusing. Solar print. So now I can stick these on my wires. Bow. Perfect. Perfect. Everyone will know the noodle. Whoa! Jesus Christ!
Yeah. You want me to do it?
Yes.
You want me?
Yes, I would. Oh my God. I don't like this. Yeah. Maybe. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna break the battery. All I really listed out was the AC stuff, but we got the ceiling lights, then we got the cabinet lights, the fridge, water pump for the sink, the USB outlets, then we've got a fan in the back. I figured a fan to push all the air that comes in through the window this way. So a future fuel line pump for a diesel heater. We're getting to the point where I'm thinking I've got everything. There we go. So now I've got this whole 2-run wires through here, which is good. Lights are wired, and they have a switch. There we go.
Wire that's yellow and black, or there's a yellow wire and black wire.
Well, it says wire color yellow black, and I don't see any other yellow blacks.
Well, that would be that one. So if that's 12, 13, 14, 15. So if you try to start the car with your foot not on the brake, so it doesn't start. Now turn the switch on.
Switch is on.
I got power.
You do?
I do.
Off. On. Huh.
So that's controlling that, but it's not controlling it only when it's running.
I wish there was an easy way to show you guys like the actual live speed of this stuff, because it's like, if I were to make this all into a thing, it'd be like a 3 to 4 day video straight. Got the 3 batteries lined up into my newly organized distribution panel, into my switch and everything. So then I've got the inverter on there too, and the DC to DC charger, and then my solar panels coming from the outside. I've got everything. I've got everything wired up. When I flip the switch on, it should, fingers crossed, I should say it again, it should power on the system. Well, oh, something beeped. So that's good. I think that was my solar charger. So, in here, now, we've entered the front of the van. This is going to be a closet eventually, but we've got our solar charge controller. We've got our solar charge controller right here. But the switch for the solar charge controller and the solar panels to actually draw energy in is off. When I switch that to on, we now have 91 volts of solar charging the battery. That's awesome! Oh, that's so cool. That rooster said it best. So now this is working. From what I understand, there's no caution light. That's good. Okay, when I hit the on-off button for the fan, it should turn on. Yes! Finally! Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, it's so cool right here. Oh. The first video I did on the van build was the fan, and now look at her. jungle, the mighty jungle, the chicken sleeps tonight. I'm not gonna say it's the most adorable thing I've ever made. That's one of the most adorable things I've ever made.